Tower of Fantasy developers announced a new game and there is already some good drama. So let's get started today with our favorite subreddit out there, Gacha Gaming, spreading misinformation once again, like they do every single time. Now, the fun part about this is that most people in the Gacha Gaming, if you were part of this subreddit 2 years ago, this subreddit was always just to promote new gadgets out there coming into the global market, but over time has become nothing but just drama focus or spreading misinformation or lies or trying to pitch communities against each other. It's pretty interesting to see the evolution of the subreddit over the years, but basically it went from just minor dramas because developers doing scummy and shady stuff and new games coming out to people just trying to pitch against each other, right? Different communities, different games. And that's what we have nowadays. Nowadays, we have people just spreading bullshit without knowing what they're talking about, and it's completely fine. But I want to talk a little bit about this one. So, neverness to everness. I don't even know what this means in Spanish. Honestly, this is the first time I see this word. If anyone can explain to me what this means, I will be appreciated. But this is a new game coming out, we don't know when, by the developers of Tower of Fantasy. Tower of who, right? So, NTE, missed opportunity to make the initials just be NTR. Just saying, okay, just saying. As you can see, Cat Girl is going to be our main girl in the game, and they have the same decoration on the hair as Tower of Fantasy. Now, this is just whatever, right? In 3 days, we are getting the trailer. There is no trailer, there is nothing. They made the YouTube, they made the Facebook, but there is nothing. In 3 days, on the official website, you can see 2 days, 11 hours. We are getting the first PV. It's a trailer. It's not even like a full gameplay or anything, as far as we know. In 3 days, we get this. People were trying to check the website to see what they could find around and if they could find anything interesting, any leaks, anything they missed. So what did people do? Of course, they went into the page source, right? And they were like, oh, let me see what we're finding here. And of course, they found meta tags. Meta tags, we'll talk about this in a second, but basically this is a tag no longer used that basically you can put different keywords for Google to understand what topics your website talks about. There is a small thing though that people are missing and why this post is completely useless and why most people in the comments don't even know what they're talking about. But basically, this guy Motor Signature, which I've seen a lot in this subreddit by the way, I come here often enough that I can recognize his profile picture and be like, oh, I've seen this guy before. So he basically made a post saying some interesting Easter egg in Toof develop new game website. Now he says Easter egg. I was like, okay, Easter egg. But then in the text itself, it says, oh, if you visit their main website and view source, you can see some of the biggest names in gacha games, include all Hoyoverse games. Is this some sort of call or a statement from the devs? It looks like Honda is very serious about this game being the biggest gacha ever. They haven't said anything. There is no news about this game, right? They're announcing the first PV now. They haven't said this is going to be the best gacha ever or anything. So basically, if you go into the source code of the website, on the English version, you cannot see this. You have to go to the JP and the Chinese websites in order to see this. I did not check the Korean one, so I'm not sure about that. But on the JP version, if you come here and you go into the page source, you will see maybe you guys cannot read, but basically this is all of the popular games, be it Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, etc, etc, etc. So they are using those meta tags. Now, the comments here. Some people are like, oh, this is just SEO. Oh, bro just discovered SEO. Some people actually believe in him and being like, bro, oh, they're doing this just because they want to capitalize on this. And some people not understanding how this works at all. So first of all, when it comes to SEO, this tag is no longer used anywhere. Okay, so this does not exist anymore. This meta tag, you can put it on your website. It has zero impact on the ranking on your website. Google does not use this keyword at all to do any sort of ranking. Naver does not do this. Bing does not use this. There is no search engine that uses this, right? Because 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, when this tag was popular, people were using this to position themselves above everyone else by spamming keywords. And Google was like, oh, we do not like this. So today, no matter what search engine we're talking about, this meta, these keywords, right, it's useless. It's not used for anything. Yes, Google might check it and be like, okay, the content is about this, but they do not use that as any factor to actually rank your website, okay? So that's the first thing. If people don't understand when they are talking about marketing here and SEO and whatnot, it's like, no, this doesn't even work for SEO. This is a deprecated tag that no longer exists because Google was like, oh, people are spamming this, you can do that, but this is not like something new. This has been deprecated for so many years that people talking about this prove that they don't know what they're saying. And this guy is the worst part, right? Because he talks about this like clearly trying to spark some drama out of nowhere for no reason. Yeah, he calls it an Easter egg, but then he's like, oh, is this some sort of call or a statement from the devs? And then you go to his profile and he is always doing the same thing, trying to spark bullshit between communities, right? So leaks about Hoyo games, whatever, and then he's talking about, oh, they ended up killing their own game instead when talking about Tower of Fantasy. Hota known for stealing ideas, so I wouldn't be surprised. Presented by the maker of Tower of Failure. Babe, wake up, the new Genshin Killer just dropped. Is on the developer of Tower of Fantasy. What game are they claiming to kill this time? So all of those things constantly, right? Now there is something pretty interesting, which is this guy likes Hoyo games and Wuthering Waves. If you go to his post, you'll see that he likes Wuthering Waves and Hoyo games. Wuthering Waves, aka Kuro, has done nothing original since they started their company. They follow the steps of Hoyo and they copy everything they do. Yes, they change the gameplay, they change some stuff, of course, to not be as obvious. But if we talk about Wuthering Waves, we all can agree it's Genshin Impact. You go to the UI, you go to most of the elements and systems in games. Yes, combat is different and better. Wuthering Waves combat is 1,000 times better in my opinion. A lot more enjoyable, a lot more flashy. It looks good, right? Just like PGR combat is 1,000 times better than Honkai Impact 3. But they clearly follow Hoyo because what they do works, so we copy what they're doing. Okay, let's be real for a second. So you cannot be shilling for one game and then constantly talking shit about other games because they copy everything. Yes, stop shilling one company. Stop putting a dick in your mouth while you say, oh no, I don't like this company. All right, now shut up. Okay. Then he also has a couple comments on a Wuthering Waves drama that went on China, and then he's like, oh, gets used like a clown. So basically, the subreddit with 90% fake drama. I wonder what type of people make bullshit drama in this subreddit. I wonder what type of people go into a website thinking that they understand how SEO works, claiming that the developers are making some statements or calling it an Easter egg, and then being like, ooh, they are serious about this game being the biggest gacha ever. And then talking shit on every single post you can. It's like, brother, shut up. It's a pity that the gacha community, the gacha gaming community, has gone from something that was pretty useful in the earlier days to actually discover new games, to actually be for people who do not or are not involved in the into the Asian communities, right? Be it Bilibili, be it Naver, be it doesn't matter what Asian forum. For people who are not involved in those communities and cannot see new games, to discover things that might potentially come into the global market and then being able to play or follow them, right? It's just become a bullshit. It has become a subreddit that you go because of drama exclusively. You go, see what drama is today, and then that's it. And then you leave because there is no announcements for new games. Most people are just talking about the same 3-4 games constantly. It's a pity, but it happens every time something grows too mainstream, right? We cannot compare the gacha gaming of 3 years ago to the gacha gaming of today with almost 300k members. It is what it is. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about this because it pisses me off every time people are trying to talk about things that they don't understand what it is. You're trying to be some sort of, what are they doing? Conspiracy theory, putting your tinfoil hat and being nothing but a liar and spreading misinformation online. It's like that meme of, it's time to spread misinformation online. But yeah, just wanted to talk a little bit about this. Some people are believing this. Some people are just saying like, this is just basic SEO. No, it's not basic SEO. This is even deprecated. This is nothing. It's literally a nothing burger on both sides. People who think they know what SEO is, people who are believing this positive, and the people in the middle who do not comment or do nothing, which are actually the true chats in this situation, right? The bystanders that are only here to check the drama and then leave. Because at the end of the day, that's better for everyone's mental health. Because my God, some people really need to step off the internet. That said, I wanted to rant a little bit about our biggest friend here, Motor Signature. Shout out to him for this amazing post. That said, thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. As usual, love you all bossos. Good luck with your pool, the internet, and see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。